can't stand us. Every time we get some leverage, devil try and can us. I need your protections, I maneuver through this wreckage. Stepped inside a church, I hadn't been there in a second, but I'm still available. I'm hoping that I'm eligible. They said when I was small, I had an altar call. My uncles, they were preachers, and my grandfather too. But I became an artist, was that what I was supposed to do? The world forever changing, getting stranger by the moment. I don't trust a rotten soul, man, child, or a woman.
Lord, I need you to cover me. I need your covering. Here I go. Lord, I need you to cover me. I need your covering.
Right now.
More than
you protected me from the storms, you shielded the rain. I went astray for a minute, but you still the same. I still get blessings every day, feels like a dream. By all means, you created me a black king. For every wrong that I done did, Lord, forgive me. I wanna make it right, gotta make the world feel me. My testimony, I took losses, but I got it back. Nobody lives forever, I'm just trying to make it last. They put me last, but you saved me a place. I know through fate, I made it by God's grace. I'll never lose the picture me shining with a grin, cause all we do is win with God's cover. I need you.
Lord, I need you to cover me. I need your covering. Here I go. Lord, I need you to cover me. I need your covering more than
when I'm down and out and can't figure it out.
I need your covering.
When my friends get low, feels like hope is gone.
I need your covering.
Bills due, plus I'm trying to make my dreams come true.
Thank you for your covering.
Trying to shake bad habits, it's an uphill battle, Lord.
I need your covering.
Fresh out on parole, trying to get a job, Lord.
I need you to cover me.
Trying to overcome my past, but the journey getting hard, God.
I need your covering.
We need you.
I done gave all I had, but it still ain't enough. I done gave what I had, but it still ain't enough.
It ain't never enough.
No matter what I give, it don't seem to be enough.
Is it ever enough?
What can I give, or should I give it up?
Should I give it up?
No matter what I do, I don't seem
Easily.
to be enough.
Let's go. I gave what I had, gave y'all the best of me. Hid nothing, held back. Here, take the rest of me. Guess you want the recipe, the knives and the forks. Wish I could take a look and see inside your heart. It's dark. I see that hate inside, that envy and jealousy and foolish pride. Y'all lied. You said that real niggas stick together, but the niggas that I know, them fools change like the weather. Whatever. I guess it is what it is, but I'ma stay focused, handling my biz, my kids, that's my #1 priority. You wanna stay broke? Fuck, nigga, don't involve me.
Hey! What I had, but it still ain't enough. It ain't never. No matter what I give, it don't seem to be enough. Never enough. What can I give, or should I give it up? Should I give it up? No matter what I do, I don't seem to be enough.
Should I give it up? That's the question I ask. Boys being trill is such a thing of the past. Niggas flip, fly, flaking, straight snaking and shit. Niggas scrolling and trolling, they fake as a bitch. It's a new world order, nigga, like it or not. PA done turned into a straight Salem's lie. And I ain't loaning shit, you better hold what you got, or bleed the motherfucking shit up out of your block. And these bitches ain't loyal, tails be in the coil, but I wraps up like aluminum foil. I'm focused on myself, baby, fuck your needs. You might find a
Yeah, yo. Say, man, I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. We was experiencing some technical difficulties, but do me a favor if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up in the chat. I apologize. We supposed to start it at 6:30 sharp, but y'all know how these computers be. We had some technical difficulties, but give me a thumbs up in the chat if y'all could hear me. And this technical difficulty would be all on me. I take full responsibility. Miss Coco Letha ain't had nothing to do with it. So don't y'all be mad at her at all. It was all on me. That reminds me of a trio story. I'm gonna make it short. Trio story starts now. Hey man, I remember one time when I was just a youngster, man. One of my kinfolk called me talking about, say man, I done came up on a bunch of computers. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of Apple computers. Won't you come out here to Houston and pick up a few of these computers? You'll be able to flip them. You know what I'm talking about? Triple and double your money. I'm eager. I'm trying to find a different hustle. I go drive out there like an eager beaver to pick up these damn computers. I get there. This nigga got some out of date, old pissy ass motherfucking beige color computer from the 1980s. Talking about give me a bill 50 a piece. You should be able to sell them for sale. Nigga, that's trash. Come on, man. But yeah, man, we got the guests in the building. So we gonna go and get started. I just thought I'd give y'all that trio story. Let me see if I can get this here working. Hey there.
Hey,
Man, I'm sorry, man. I don't know what went wrong. You know what I mean?
well, it's fixed now.
Oh, I like your attitude. I'm trying to figure out a couple of ways to lay this out. Give me a second. And I appreciate your patience. Let me see. Okay, that don't do nothing. That don't do nothing. That don't do nothing. That don't okay, that do something. That don't do nothing. That put me on top of you. That make it just me. Boom. I don't know. Maybe that. I don't know. Maybe that. I don't know. Maybe that. Yeah. Well, how you doing this evening?
I'm good. I'm off. It's my first off day. I'm so happy.
Amen. Amen. I understand that. I was thinking about quitting my job myself, and then I
Me
realized,
too.
but I realized I work for myself. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
I
Let me
can't
hit the
wait.
tree of juice before we get off into this story. Let me hit the tree of juice. Mm, yeah. So tonight, I want to kind of pick up where we left off the last time we was chopping it up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, yeah. So the last time we was chopping it up, I want to kind of pick up right there, and I want to stay right there because it's so much inside of what we was talking about that I don't want to just blow past it. It's so much I want to know, and I know that different listeners would might want to know about what was going on at that moment. Uh, but I want the deep emotion. I don't want just the surface. You know what I mean? I want to know what was going on in your heart and in your mind.
Okay.
Because it could be therapeutic, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So I would ask to pick up from where we left off. Uh and I know this is a touchy subject, but you said that he was denying the baby, right?
Yes.
So when he denied the baby, did all his family also deny the baby too, or how did that look?
No, so he was denying the baby himself, but he had told his sisters where I lived at, and they ended up coming to visit me, and they continued to come and visit me, and they was calling my daughter their niece and everything, and coming over, bringing gifts, spending time. So it was basically just him because when they saw the baby, they were told that the baby was his.
So his sisters, they was down with the play. They was ready to be aunties and whatnot.
Yeah, so they was all for it. They believed that the baby was his baby. In fact, he kept saying that so much that one of his sisters was the one that instructed me to go ahead and go to the attorney general and petition the courts for a DNA test.
Okay, stop right there. Before we get to that, I picked up on some more content off your TikTok. You were saying that so the sisters was accepting it and they was ready to bring the baby home to their mother, which is the
Mhm.
baby's grandmother. When that took place, uh, what happened with that? How did grandma react?
So we already talked about going over there with the baby and her not coming outside, but her guy friend bringing the baby in the inside to see her. Well, after that, some time had passed, some months, and Easter came around. And so one of his sisters who was living in Houston at the time decided that she wanted to come and get the baby to spend Easter with them. And so I approved of it and everything. Of course, my mama didn't approve of it, but it was my baby, so I let the baby go. And so they wasn't even gone that long. And the sister was calling me, telling me that she was going to bring the baby back. And so she was like, I'll tell you when I get there. And so she came, she brought the baby back. She was upset. And she was basically telling me that her mom was over there saying that she didn't know why she had that baby, flaunting that baby around, and nobody knew who that baby was for or anything. And so she got upset, and so she came and brought the baby back to me. And she was basically telling me, hey, you need to get a DNA test. You're gonna have to get a DNA test because he lying and he got my mama believing that this not his baby. And he had people believing that he didn't even know me like that, like he had never even messed with me.
So she come to you and say, "Hey, we want to spend some time with the baby," and you
Hmm.
allow her to take the baby during
Yeah,
Easter, and she goes to show the baby to her mother.
yeah. So she stayed at her mom's house for Easter, so the baby was gonna be at the mom's house.
How long did she keep the baby before she brought her back?
So it was like just a couple of hours, and then she called and she was upset and she was like, "I got to bring the baby back," and she
So you
decided that she
saying
was gonna spend.
basically, I don't mean to cut you off, but basically, grandma rejected the baby.
Yes.
Okay. So after that, somebody suggested that you get DNA testing. Who suggested that?
His sister. So his sister was the one that told me what I was gonna need to do, and I really didn't understand at that time. And she was like, "Hey, you just need to go get an application. You need to go down there. You need to fill out the paperwork on them. My mom's address. Like, you need to go ahead on and do that because my mom is gonna keep on saying that, and he's gonna keep on lying, and she's just gonna keep on believing him." And so some time had passed, and then I finally just went down and I did the form. And then some more time passed, and they called me back and let me know that they were gonna serve him with some papers for paternity. Well, to do the DNA test. So he did get served for the DNA test. And so one day we had a date, me, him, and my mom and my daughter. We went down and they did the swabbing of all three of us, took a picture of us together, and told us to give it 46 weeks and that the results would be back in.
Okay, so somehow the results come back in.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow he get the results in first.
Yes.
Um, do you know how that happened or why that happened?
Well, I had sent the information that I had put out, I had gave my mom's PO box because she would go there and she would check for all mail. She had been having that PO box and she still have it to this day. And so I had sent the information there. So I didn't know it was a certified letter that I needed to pick up to retrieve the results. And so somehow he got his certified letter and he went and got these results.
So he get the results first.
Mm-hmm.
He get to see what the
Mm-hmm.
percentage is. He get to see is he the pappy or not. What happens after he get the results first?
So he comes over that night, and I didn't even know the results had come in. And so he said, he came over, we just chilling, and all of a sudden he started saying, like, why you lied to me? The results came in, huh? The baby is not mine. It's like zero chance of paternity. And so I was like, what? I was like, no, it's no way. They gonna have to retake that test. And he was like, no, they don't have to retake the test. The baby is not mine. Like, you literally been lying to me this whole time, and that's not even my baby. And so I was confused trying to figure out, like, how could it not be his baby? And so he was like, just tell me the truth, tell me who the baby daddy is, and all kind of stuff like that. And so I was getting upset, and we was arguing because I was like, no, it's no way, this is your baby, I don't care what the results said, because that's not true. And I'm telling him, like, we gonna have to get another test because that test can't be right. And so he kept that going with me, like basically just telling me that it wasn't his baby. And when he left, he was like, yeah, so get your results, because I'm telling you, he said, I was shocked too. He told me that the whole time he believed that the baby was his, but he wasn't 100% sure, but that the results, since they came in, it had confirmed it for him. And so I was just like, okay, well, tomorrow I'm going to get my results, and I'm calling the people. So the next day I had went with my mom. We picked up
Stay right there. Stay right there. You knowing in your heart of hearts that you haven't cheated on this man, you've been faithful to him. You know 100% that this is your child's father. But
I
he's
knew 1,000%. Like, I was
1,000. I like that.
1,000% sure. I was
So
like,
now that he rejecting the baby, what are you mentally going through at that time?
Mentally, I'm like upset with the people that took the test, because I'm kind of thinking that, they must have made a mistake some kind of way. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to go get these results and call them and try to figure out how we gonna do the test again, because he had started automatically telling me that he ain't taking a retest. He was like, I'm not doing a retest. The results is the results. And like, he was just telling me that I just need to tell him the truth, like tell him who my baby father was. And so I was telling him, you the baby father and stuff. And so me and him, we just kind of like got into it that night. I remember I was real pissed off because he was still saying that the baby wasn't his. And if the results had came in and said the baby wasn't his, then I was mad because I knew for 1,000% that the baby was his. And so the next day,
he didn't show you his paternity test, right?
no, he didn't show me anything. He just told me that he got it. Like, he went and got his papers, and that it was 0%.
When did you go get yours?
The next day. So I called my mom and told my mom, and so we went down there. We got the certified letter signed for the papers, and then we opened it up in the car, and it was 99.996%. And so I was like, why would he lie like that?
Hold on. Your results were what?
99.996%.
No good, rotten. Keep on going. Keep on going.
Yes. And so I'm like, when he came over that night, the next night, and I'm like, well, here go the results, because I don't know what you got and stuff. And he was like, I just wanted to mess with you. I just wanted to see what you was going to say. And then he started telling me how he knew the whole time that the baby was his.
Like, he messing with your mind and whatnot, and you being so young, like 17 years old. I'm trying to understand, like, your mental, like, what are you going through at this time?
I was like at that age, you can't comprehend that kind of stuff. Somebody running game on you like that. Like, you haven't been in the streets, you haven't lived a hard life. So I didn't know. So I was just like confused, like, why is he doing this? Like, why is he saying this stuff? And he was basically telling me at that point that he knew that the baby was his. Like, he just wanted to put me through that.
I don't even get that exercise. Like, what is the benefit of him tearing you down like that emotionally and mentally?
Some people have mental issues. And it took me some time to figure out that, he was like one of those people.
Right. So after the results were in and grandmother get to hear about it, which is his mom, was she still in denial, or how did she react?
So that week, she ended up calling me, wanting to come and get my daughter. Like, she called me and she was like, hello, Colitha, this is Miss Such and Such, his mom. And so I was like, yes. And then she was like, I want to come and get my grandbaby. And so I was like, automatically, I let her have it. I was like, no, you cannot come over here. You cannot get my baby. My baby can never go to your house. Like, you can't be around my baby. And so she started telling me how I can't stop her from getting the baby. I can't stop her from seeing my baby. And that she had a sister that was an attorney, and that she was going to take me to court for grandparents' rights. So I immediately called my mom and told my mom. My mom was like, yeah, keep your baby away from them people and all kind of stuff. And so I was like, yeah, because she said that she was going to take me to court and get grandparents' rights. So I didn't know what grandparents' right to us back then, but that's what she had said. And so he ended up calling me and confronting me about telling his mama no, that she couldn't get the baby. And was telling me that he'll take the baby from me and I won't have the baby, that he'll just take the baby and it won't be nothing that I can do about it.
Hmm. So she went from denying the baby, rejecting the baby, to now she ready to spend time with her baby.
Yeah,
Plus
she
she
wants
want
this
grandparents' rights.
grandmother now all of a sudden. And so of course, he ended up coming to get the baby himself, and he was taking the baby to spend time at his mom's house. And then sometime later, I ended up letting her start to come over and get the baby and keep the baby. And she was bringing the baby everywhere she was going with her.
Right. Let me ask you this. During this time, like for him maybe to feel like maybe you was talking or dealing with somebody else, were y'all like in a relationship or had y'all broken up or something?
No, we had never like broken up or anything like that. So I was just like, what is he talking about? Because like the whole time after I found out that I was pregnant, and he was trying to make me believe that I told him that I was 18, when I was like, no, I never told you I was 18 years old. And he was telling me I don't need to be telling nobody nothing like that because he could get in trouble. And so he kind of stayed at a little distance, just calling me on the phone to check on me, calling me late at night, telling me that, he hadn't been in the streets that much. He had been laying low. And that's when he was just basically telling me how a lot of stuff was going on. A lot of things had happened that I didn't know about. And he was like, he was confiding in me. And so I didn't know what was going on. Like, you talking to a 16-year-old that don't know anything about the streets. So it was just a conversation. I was doing a lot of listening to a lot of the stuff that he was telling me. It was like he was confiding in me.
So back in the day, even back then, I think that would have been like the mid 90s or
Yeah, that was like 96. 90. Well, the paternity test was in 90. 96. So going into 97.
okay, so before then, yeah, it was like common for older dudes to talk to younger girls. It was almost like people turned a blind eye to it.
Yeah.
So I can understand how it just kind of blew by everybody. Uh these days, he would have had that statutory case easy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
He
And the
almost
proof,
caught out.
the proof was right there with the baby. But
Yeah.
what I want to know right now is kind of back to your emotions. So y'all were together in a relationship. You obviously was faithful to him because you knew 1000%. But him rejecting the
Oh,
baby, huh?
I say, yeah, 1000%. I was 1000% sure.
Okay, so him rejecting the baby and believing that you wasn't faithful, like, did you have like any kind of emotional detachments from him or just maybe men in general, like him treating you like that?
No, like he, even though he would talk to me crazy sometimes, he always came over. We always did things together. And so to me, that was normal.
So you loved him.
Yeah. Like, I mean, what I thought was love, yeah, at the time.
You're pretty resilient. So he put all this pain on you, rejection, you enduring it, still loving them. Like, where do you get that resilience from? Like, who do you get that from?
Well, for me, I would say, like my upbringing coming up, I was raised by, like I told you before, my great grandparents, my great grandmother, my grandmother, my mom. Everybody was around back then, so you just seen like strong women back then. And my grandmother, she was like the stone of the complete family. Every Sunday we came together, so I knew what family was, what traditional family was. I was brought up in a church. So for me, I just feel like, going through life and stuff, if it wasn't for that part of my upbringing, then maybe I would have been like some of those people that probably would have lost my mind a long time ago.
Right.
But to my mind was just not an option.
So would you say you experienced like frustration and anger when he was, coming with the disbelief?
Yeah, like we was really like getting into it, like arguing and stuff. He'll leave, then he'll call me back. It was like like I didn't know back then, but it was like a mind manipulation thing. That was like when I think about it now, like every aspect, every part of me and him being together, it was a game. Like everything was literally a game. Like he was playing chess to my checkers.
Chess to your checkers. So,
Absolutely. That's the only way I
so
can describe.
you playing your checkers, you being optimistic, thinking, okay, maybe one day things are gonna get better. Like, where were you mentally? Like, what were you thinking?
Like he was like basically telling me that he loved me, that he wanted to be with me, he wanted us to have a big family, like all that kind of stuff. And so at that time I was going along with it because back then we was looking at, as young girls, we was looking at the 90s music, the 90s rap, how everything had changed. The guys with the chains, the guys with the cars, the guys with the money, the flashy guys. And so for me, that's what I was looking for. And I found it in the wrong place.
So I guess that'll lead me to this. Uh, from what you're saying about your family, you come from love.
Oh yeah.
You come from togetherness.
Yes.
That's
Like
all.
big family. It's 11 of us. We're all 1 year apart. So yeah, I come from a big family all together. Aunties, uncles, cousins. Like that was our weekends together. Everybody hanging out on the front porch at my great grandmother's house. Us playing outside until the street lights come on. It wasn't no cell phones, and it was bicycles. Ride your bicycle over here, ride your bicycle over there, and come back home when the lights come on.
Right.
So in that era that doesn't
So all
exist
that
anymore.
all that love, but now you've connected to this person.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he love you and he don't know how to show it, but all that love is a positive trait, right?
Yes.
But now you met this person that's displaying negativity. Like, is it like making you back away, or are you trying to deal with it? Like, are
Well,
you
I think for me at that time, I was just basically going through the motions with it and trying to like make it work, trying to find a way to make this work. He was making all these promises to me even back then, and so I was going along for the ride.
hmm? Uh, did you ever early on feel like, damn, I chose the wrong dude?
Like early on, maybe some years later, yeah, I feel like, yeah.
So not even in the beginning when he was rejecting the baby, you didn't feel like, damn, I chose this wrong. I chose the wrong mofo.
No, I just don't I don't remember that. Like I don't recall saying I chose the wrong one. Like because he was always calling me, and maybe it was in my dysfunctional thinking, mindset at that time because I was so young and I couldn't comprehend what was actually happening and the game that was being ran on me. So I was just going off of everything that he was saying.
Right. He was painting a beautiful picture.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a common question. Uh, you were faithful, but during the time, maybe he was unavailable because he was making moves, doing whatever, and maybe he was just cheating or whatever. Did you ever like consult in another individual, like any other men, like talk to men as friends or anything like that? Uh-oh, we got more technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on. Unless she on the phone and got a phone call. Yeah, say man, well that leads me to go and tell the tree a story. Come on, man. I ain't never been faithful. I always been a hoe. Come on, man. Nah, I ain't. I was faithful at some point. I think. Let me see if she back. Hey, you back? Nope. But yeah, man. Nah, I was faithful to a dog. No. What's up, y'all in the chat, man? We trying to conduct this interview. We done lost our guest, and I know I'm asking all kind of personal questions, but I'm trying to get down to the emotion of it. Cause emotion make you cry sometimes. Come on, man. Hold on. Okay, we back. Yeah.
Somebody calling my phone.
I already know. That's how they want to do when you're on live. Call your
And I
phone and
told them, hey, I'm
interrupt.
gonna be online for a little minute. Don't call.
Right, right. So back to my question, like, did you have any other guy friends that maybe you consulted in or talked to during that time?
So around this time, I used to go and hang out at one of my mom's friends' house on the west side. And well, I want to say maybe it was Prince Hall or something like that. Or
West Side?
yeah, it was I don't know if it was Prince Hall. It could have been another one.
Barber Terrace?
Carver Terrace. Yeah, that's what it was. So
Let me segue right quick. When I was young and they used to be talking about Carver Terrace and Prince Hall, I couldn't wait to see it. Then I got over like, what the fuck? The fuck? Yeah, go
but
ahead.
it was so much fun, you know. So
Yeah, when
I
you're
had my
poor.
first
Nah,
daughter.
let me quit.
So I met a lot of friends over there.
Hey, I'm
And so I
bullshit.
remember
My
we
daddy,
would go over there.
look, let me stop bullshit. Man, shout out to Prince Hall, Carver Terrace, Lewis Mountain, all that shit. My grandmother and my daddy lived in Lewis Mountain. I'm just clowning. Go ahead.
So back then I was out there hanging out one day with some friends and one of my sisters and my baby, and I was just standing outside talking. And so a car came up, and then it kind of like made the corner, then it came back again, and then the window came down on the car. And so it was a little dark-skinned guy in the car. And so I had heard the name before, but I didn't know the guy.
Kind of look like Sammy Davis. Now, let me go ahead.
So no, his name was
Don't say his name.
don't say his name. Okay, well, oh
Nah.
boy.
Let them
Oh
niggas
boy.
guess.
So oh boy.
P.A. Nah, go ahead.
So oh boy kind of like stopped and was like, hey, what's up? And so I was like, oh hey. And then he got out and he was just like, dang, you look so familiar. That's why I came back around. And so I was like, oh, okay. He was like, man, you look like this chick I used to talk to. And so I was like, oh, okay. And so he asked me for my number. And so I gave him the home phone number back then. Because back then my mama was the only one with a cell phone. My mom was the only one with a cell phone in 1997.
Why did you give him the number if you was, talking to dude?
Oh, because I don't know. I just gave him the number. And so he said, I'm gonna call you. And I was like, okay. And so eventually he did call me. And was just pretty much a normal, friendly conversation. And so I don't know how we got into the conversation of me being with oh boy, but I think it kind of like piqued his interest a little bit. And so he was telling me, yeah, I know him and this and that, and all that kind of rivalry stuff and little drama here and there. So anyway, some time passed. So like we would talk on the phone like a lot. He'll be calling me, like he'll see me and him together, and he would automatically know if I was going in one direction that I was heading home, and then he'll wait and he'll give me a call at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And I'd be like, yeah, I seen you with old boy. And stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I didn't see you where you was at. He was like, I was right on the side of y'all. And I was like,
So
no, I didn't see you.
You was becoming a little player.
I wasn't trying to be no player though. I was just
Okay.
having casual, friendly conversation with this dude.
Okay.
And so this dude kind of like tells me one day, like some time later, he was like, hey, I got popped or whatever. And
what
so
do you mean when you say he got popped?
Hey, that was the word they was using back then.
And
so,
that mean what? For the
you got
people.
busted for like, DRUGS.
You got busted. Okay.
Yeah. So he was like, yeah, he was saying how he was laying low at this time. He was like, yeah, I got, and he started trying to tell me that he think that it was my baby daddy that had something to do with it. And so I was like, yeah, people always be saying like that kind of stuff about him, but that's not true. Like,
hold on,
I'm defending him.
You had started hearing that before he said that?
Yeah, like I was like once I had his baby and I was meeting different people, and it was like always older guys. They'll be like, yeah, yo, BD is a snitch, he the laws, he the police. And I was just like, no, that's not true about him. Like, I really believed it to be untrue and unfounded. Like, it don't make sense. Like, this dude ain't, doing that. And so he was like basically like confiding in me, telling me he probably was gonna have to go sit down for a while, that he was probably gonna have to do some time, but that he thought that he was behind that. And so
okay.
I never brought it up to my ex, I never brought it up to him. I never said, hey, because this dude saying that he think you popped him or something like that. Like, I just never said nothing about it at all. But, you know, he would call me and he would just like have casual conversation with me, talking to me, asking me how my day was, whatnot, or whatever.
Did he mention back then how much time he may have been facing?
No, he didn't. He never told me that. He just said he was probably gonna have to go sit down for a while.
Damn.
So I don't think, because like I had never heard nobody ever mention that this dude had got, you know, popped. So I don't know how many people knew that he had got popped, or it was just like in a circle thing, or even why he was even telling me that he had got popped.
Okay. So when you asked your baby daddy back in the day his profession, he took a second, but then he told you directly what it is he did.
Yeah, like he brought me straight to it and said, hey, this is what I do for a living. Like, I'm a, you know, dealer, and don't ever let nobody give you this stuff. So when he told me that back, you know, in the 90s and stuff like that, I didn't think nothing of it. My brain at that time was not comprehending, you know, what troubles would follow later on, or what, you know, could actually happen from dealing with somebody like this.
So you telling me directly that you couldn't even think that you could possibly get caught up by dealing with him because you're not even thinking on his level at this time.
No, I'm absolutely not thinking on that level. Like, I'm still talking to my high school friends at school and still making plans to go do this and go do that and stuff like that. But um his lifestyle that he was living at that time and stuff, it just did not register to me at all.
Did he ever let you hold money?
No, he never let me hold money. Not at that time at all.
Did he spend a lot of money on you?
No. He
No?
would only so he would take me out and stuff like that, buy me stuff, buy stuff for our baby. Like, once it came back that she was his daughter, that he was coming to get her, spending time with her. Of course, he was coming over almost like every single day, but he was also at that time living with this other female. And
Okay.
so I didn't know until people were saying like he lived with this other chick and stuff like that.
So all while y'all together, he actually lived with another chick.
Yeah, he was actually living with another chick, but I was thinking that he was still living at his mom's house. But the whole time he had to moved in somewhere else.
Did that make you want to go ahead and pull out the relationship?
No,
Come on, man.
like it did not make me. It did not make me want to pull out that relationship. Like, he was coming over every single day. We was doing stuff together. So to me, that was like, this our little family. And he was
Right.
like, this is our family and stuff like that. So, you know, I just figured that, you know, whatever he had going on or whatever, that was go in.
Okay. So we had talked about your dad in the beginning. You said he worked a lot, but he kind of was never around when all these calamities was taking place. Where was he?
Like, so at that time, well, a little time after I met him, my dad and my mom had went through like a period of separation. Like, it probably
Okay.
was like 2-3 years at that time they were separated before they actually moved back into the house together. So at that
Okay.
time, we was able to pull some wool over my mama's head, because like I told you, my mom always worked a night job. So
Right.
she would go to work at night, and my daddy, he worked a day job. So they would be crossing paths and coming and going as we would be going to school or whatever. So at that time, you know, they was going through like a separation.
So that's how he
But
missed out
even
on
though they was
stuff.
going through a separation at this time, I was staying with my sister. And so my dad had
Oh,
came over there to stay with my sister at my sister's house too while we was there. So every day he was there and my baby daddy was there, and they had became like really good friends. They would be reading the Bible together, arguing over certain scriptures in the Bible. Like, it was crazy.
so they became cool ultimately.
Yeah, ultimately, yeah, they became cool.
So you saw the flashy lifestyle on television and the music videos and whatnot, but when you were growing up, you watched a dad who worked hard, came home, took care of the family. Like you
Gave
didn't
his
want a
check to
guy
my
like that.
mama
He did
every
what?
Thursday. Every Thursday, my daddy came home. He gave his check to my mom. My mom never worked until I was in the 6th grade. That's when she started working. Like she
I
finished her
remember you
school and she
mentioned
said
that.
like she wanted to do something different, and she gave my daddy what she wanted him to have out of his check.
Hold on. He come home and give her the whole check.
Yeah, and then she would give him what she wanted him to have.
What did that look like? $100, $200, $300,
No, not back then. But
$30?
she would take us shopping. So my mom would take us shopping every single week. So whenever my daddy got paid, she would take us shopping and buy us new clothes like every single week. So when I was going to school, me and my sister, we was wearing Jabos, Z Caparici back then, all that stuff. And my mama was the one.
Y'all had some
So
Z Cavaliers.
yeah, back in the day.
Man,
So
I
my
had
mama was the one going to get us this stuff. She'll take us and say, y'all pick out something. Like she was doing this every single week. She
let
made
me
sure
ask you
all the
this.
bills got paid.
Right. She was taking care of business, so that's why she
Yeah,
got the
she
money.
took care of the house. Like she made sure everything was taken care of at home or whatever. But I think like back in the day, that's how it was because my great grandmother was saying like it was the same way with her and her husband, my great grandfather. Like she took care of the house, like he left her with all these stocks and bonds and everything that he had invested in over time because he worked at Texaco back then. And so I think it was common for the women to be over like the money.
Right.
Well, like the women in my family, they was over the money.
Yeah. It's not uncommon. It's just
It's,
these
I
days.
mean,
It's
like this day and time, it's a little different. You know,
right.
everybody
It
have their
probably ain't
separate
happening.
accounts because you can't trust nobody. Might go in there and take some of yours. So, you
I'm
know,
gonna
we don't.
try it. I'm gonna try it this week. I'm gonna come home uh Friday and just give my old lady all the money and just see how it goes.
She gonna be so grateful.
Come on, man. I'm lying like a motherfucker. But now I want to ask you a question. You said you had some Z Cavalricis, right? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I had a pair of Z Cavalricis, but I got them in an untraditional way. So my
How
question is, huh?
I mean, how untraditional did you get them?
Trio stories. Now, man, my mama used to have pain pills because she had surgery on her knee, you know what I'm
My
saying?
goodness.
And she know this white boy, he was a punk, you did? And he come over there trying to buy them pills because his backside was hurt. Because the boy was busting up his back. You know what I'm talking about? And the pussy ass nigga one day come over there and the nigga had some fresh pair of white Z Cavalriches in the back seat with blood on the back. No, I'm bullshit. Come on, man. So I just reached inside the back seat and took a look at them bitches. I say, damn, that's them Z Cap. I couldn't even say it. That's them Cavaliers. And I took them bitches. I took them bitches and washed them bitches and I depunctified them bitches. I washed them bitches in bleach and put them hoes together with a whole outfit and went to school lying like a motherfucker. My mom bought me some Cavaliers. But what store they came from? What
Dang.
store you buy, Z? I ain't even know where you got them
Also,
shits
like
from.
back in the day, my mom used to go to Bell's back then, so she would get it from over at Bell's.
So Bell's had Z
Bell's
Cavalry.
used to sell it. They used to sell Z Cavalricis and Jabot.
Only time we went to Bell's to steal. Boy, I remember niggas used to catch the city bus to the mall. Nigga got 50 cents. Nigga come back home with $2,000 worth of shit.
That's why they don't let kids go in the mall no more. Y'all messed it up for everybody.
I couldn't steal though. I ain't know how to steal. I'm gonna give you another trio story. When I thought I wanted to steal, the lady in the store, we was at this convenience store right by D Queen, and it was a Mexican lady. Shout out to McGanna's. It was a Mexican
Okay.
lady. Yeah, the Mexican lady worked at the convenience store right there on 7th Street, and she was very hard working. She was a worker, and she had began to start to trust us. And so she would dump the ice, go outside, dump the ice, or do whatever, and we'd be playing the arcade games. And so this day, she like, y'all be good. I'm gonna go outside and dump the ice. And she went outside and dumped the ice. And then my little partners just come alive, like, man, let's steal. So they started stealing while she was outside. I was like crossed about it. I'm like, and so I just take a brownie, like I take a fudge brownie and I put it in my belt waist like area, thinking, okay, yeah, I'm gonna steal a brownie, trying to be like them. Well, when she came back in, she looked at us, she knew something was different. And so we was like, okay, we gone. And we start walking out the door. But as I'm walking out the door, the brownie fell down my leg.
Can't even
And
spell
before I
right.
could get out the before I could get out the store, the bitch hit the floor. I had to kick that motherfucker outside. You know what I'm saying? I kicked that bitch
Yeah, but
outside like the old hacky sack. And then when I got outside, it was on the sidewalk. I had to kick that bitch all the way from in front of the door. And finally I picked it up. And so my partners, they raised up their shirt. And them niggas had an assortment of Almond Joy and 100 grand, Payday, Hershey. Like them niggas had a whole belt worth of candy bars and shit. I'm like, ooh, let me get a candy bar. They like, fuck you, nigga, eat what you stole. Huh? So I open up my brownie package, and as soon as I take a bite of that bitch, I'm walking by Christian Bruton house by that goddamn mechanic shop right there. With some rocks right there, right? Soon as I bite down on that damn brownie, I step on a piece of glass. And I had on some old cheap $5 shoes my mama got from Dollar General. And that motherfucking glass went straight through them spongy ass shoes and shot all the way through my foot. I couldn't even eat that brownie. I'm bleeding like a motherfucker. I had to hop home on one leg. So I
you
just
learned
never was
that.
cut out for stealing.
That was a lesson learned.
Yes, ma'am. I know you got another Zoom call to do.
Yeah.
I just wanted to dig a little deeper into the story tonight. I hope I ain't too, going off to the segues too much. Maybe you'll come back and we can do another segment.
Yeah, I'll be back soon.
Okay, okay.
Always nice. It's always nice.
Yes, ma'am. If it ain't before the holidays, enjoy your holiday. And we'll be in touch and we'll chop it up and set a date. And I just wanted to get into the emotional things tonight, but we'll get into whatever you want to go into on part 3.
Okay.
Any shout outs or any handles you want to share or anything you got coming up you want to talk about, you can go ahead and
Hmm.
do it now.
I have a few things coming up, but my priority right now is working on this book, trying to get this book done. I had a couple of mishaps with it. I've been talking to a couple of producers and production companies, so we'll see what's gonna happen with that here soon, and just working. So, it was good having me and good being here. So I'll see you again whenever I see you because I have to go because you
Yes,
kind of
ma'am.
cut my time now.
Okay, okay. Well, look, I'll get at you soon and reschedule.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, man, I just wasn't cut out for stealing. You see what I'm saying? Um, I never did become a good thief. You know, I knew some niggas that was so good at thieving. Niggas would go in the grocery store and steal uh 2 days worth of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Nigga have carton of eggs, box of cereal. Nigga have a whole gallon of milk in his drawer. Come on, man. Hey, man, I knew some motherfucking thieves, nigga. I knew a nigga that'll steal Kool-Aid, family pack of ground meat. Nigga, look, nigga have a family pack of ground meat stuffed down in the front. Nigga have pork chops on his hip. Nigga have weenie on his weenie. I get that from my nigga Apostle Paul. That nigga say I had weenies on my weenies. Nigga say he was stealing weenies and cheese. That nigga say I had eggs on my hip, weenies on my weenie, cheese on my legs. God damn it, boy. Hey, that when you poor, hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I knew some niggas know how to steal, nigga. I knew Boy, I know a nigga steal a 5-pound bag of rice, a 2-pound bag of beans, a family pack of ground meat, chili powder, Kool-Aid packages. Damn it. And the nigga steal 140 ounce and 1/5 of wine. All in one motherfucking setting. And he wasn't no average thief. He didn't just go in the store and steal his shit and walked off. He went in the store and stole all that shit and went to the counter and bought 1 12-ounce. No, he buy a 24-ounce. A nigga buy one 24-ounce can of beer and got damn near $60 worth of groceries. Motherfucking way. Come on, man. Let me see who's in this bitch. My nigga Zay Sanchez was in this bitch. What's up, man? Longs, Texas was in the building. Know what I'm talking about? Who else was in this thing? Big Chris Smiley. Big Deb's Head. Deb's Head, hey, I hit you on Instagram by some shit. Holla at your dog. We got a nigga named L Dog came through this bitch. Know what I'm talking about? Who else? We got Big DJ Dirty. Yeah. Get you a bath, son. No. DJ Dirty came through. Edward came through. Texas Flanagan came through. Yeah, man, a lot of players came through. Random area, what it is. Yeah. Say, man, I appreciate y'all. Big Amazon player. I appreciate y'all. Say, man, y'all do me a favor. For those of you who haven't, go get that record. Covering, it's a blessing. You see what I'm saying? The record is a whole blessing. Dig? That's what we dropping this month. We ain't dropping more than that. So this month, somebody put the link in the chat. It'll be on iTunes and everything else in the next couple of days. But go get it right now on Bandcamp. Show me some love. It's a beautiful record. Shout out to D-Trill and Levator and the producers, the engineer, everybody. My pen been smoking and I ain't joking. Y'all let me know. Y'all been seeing all this shit I've been dropping back to back, consistent. Hey, if the shit I've been dropping lately, you know what I'm talking about, been on fire, give me a thumbs up in the chat. If it's been on fire, give me a thumbs up in the chat, man. You know what I mean? I ain't the type of nigga that need a pat on the back. I'm lying. I need that motherfucking pat, man. I need that motherfucking pat. Nigga, let me know. I don't make this music just for myself. Hey, man, I appreciate you, Ronnie. Longs, Texas, I appreciate you. I don't make this music just for myself. God gave me the gift, and I like to share it with y'all. Deb said, appreciate that. Zay, appreciate that. You know, I like to share it with y'all. I've always been this way since elementary school. Music wasn't so saturated doing rap back then. I remember in elementary school, it maybe had like 2 or 3 or 4 rappers that were brave enough and bold enough to display their talent. I was one of them. There was another one. We were the 2 most visible artists during that time at our school who was willing to display our talent without being shy, without worrying about how people were going to receive it. We jumped out there and we did our thing. That made us the 2 most visible kids at school. And because we were the 2 most visible, we battled against each other the most. Now, don't get me wrong. There was a whole bunch of other people that did some music, that wanted to be a rapper, that wanted to be a producer. But though they were so shy, they wouldn't let anybody know. Like, I went to school with Beatmaster West. He always been a musician and a singer and played instruments. He always tinker-link and played with beats and different things of that nature. I went to school with DJ Dan. He always been into music, producing, spinning records. He always touched that shit. Now, there was some other kids at the school. They left a little bit before me. Lee Master, who was with DJ DMD, you know what I'm talking about? They left before me. Another nigga named Robert Johnson. Them niggas was killing it at the talent show. But my predecessor, my ally, my nigga who was spitting that shit, nigga went by the name of La Boo. Lyndon Scott. You did? See, a lot of niggas don't reference me and Lyndon Scott to be around the same age. You know what I mean? Because I always look like this. But that's my classmate. He probably 1 year younger than me. But we went to the same elementary school. And he was just as rocky and cocky and could spit that shit as a kid. I was too. So during recess and different things, he and I would stand right there in the dirt, on the playground, in the rocks, whatever, and battle like a motherfucker. I remember one of the rappers. Take y'all down memory lane. I remember one of the raps. In one of the raps I spit, it went a little something like this. We would have a nigga human beatboxing. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga be beatboxing like a mother. And I'll be standing up there waiting to catch the beat. And I hear the right breakdown. Nigga go to yeah, nigga go to breaking that bitch down. I come through that bitch. Well, you told me that you had a big Cadillac. Only think about the car where the bitch is black. And I see you going fast. I know you know, that's how we sounded back in the day. Back in the day, you had to kind of, yeah, huh. You know what I'm saying? I could beat you going 7 on my homie's goat car. I was going real fast, busting your ass. You couldn't do a rhyme because you knew it wouldn't pass. Let me tell you, homeboy, what you should do. You should shut the fuck up if I was you. Huh? Yeah, nigga. Yeah. I don't battle like that no more. I don't battle like that no more. I probably battle just like that. I probably still sound just like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't much change. I probably hear myself different, but I probably still rap like I rapped when I was in elementary school. But this ain't about me. I wanted to holler at y'all, show y'all some love. What's up, Ronnie? Yeah. But hopefully my guests come back on soon and we'll go a little deeper into her story, because trust me, it get way deep. But I was thinking about, once we spoke, the emotion of what was going on. Because some of y'all, hey, Zay, I appreciate that. I ain't even know people still could sue. Niggas don't want my channel to survive. Niggas won't even hit the like button. Niggas don't even come back and comment. Niggas don't even shoot me no soup no more. Niggas trying to see what I'm made of. Niggas trying to see if I can survive. You know what I mean? Niggas trying to see if I can survive the drought. We ain't gonna support that nigga. That nigga probably be done. That nigga probably turn over like a fish on dry land pretty soon. I'm eat. Nigga. I got too many motherfucking irons in the fire, nigga. I'll be in that motherfucking water swimming like a bitch for a long time. Go, man. But yeah, I appreciate that suit, man. Let's get this channel back cracking. Y'all perpetuate the algebra for me. Hit the like button, comment after the video, show some love, share the videos. But I appreciate y'all. I ain't gonna make this long and drawn out. I just wanted to holler at y'all. Big Male in the building. What's up with it? Yeah. You missed the show, but put it on rewind and repeat. Come back and hit the comments and show some love. It's going down in the side. Now y'all gonna check out the new record and go on pick that up. You know what I'm talking about. You'll be able to get that on Bandcamp right now. And it'll be on every other platform coming soon. Coming soon. A platform near you.
Lord, we need
when I stand up. I know it's time to man up. Demons can't stand us. Every time we get some leverage, devil try and can us. I need your protection as I maneuver through this wreckage. Stepped inside a church, I hadn't been there in a second, but I'm still available. I'm hoping that I'm eligible. They said when I was small, I had an altar call. My uncles, they were preachers, and my grandfather too. But I became an artist. Was that what I was supposed to do? The world forever changing, getting stranger by the moment. I don't trust a rotten soul, man, child, or a woman.
Lord, I need you to cover me. I need your covering. Here I go. Lord, I need you to cover me. I need your covering.
Right now.
More than
You protected me from the storms, you shielded the rain. I went astray for a minute, but you still the same. I still get blessings every day, feels like a dream. By all means, you created me a black king. For every wrong that I done did, Lord, forgive me. I wanna make it right, gotta make the world feel me. My testimony, I took losses, but I got it back. Nobody lives forever, but I'm just trying to make it last. They put me last, but you saved me a place. I know through fate, I made it by God's grace. I'll never lose a picture of me shining with a grin. Cause all we do is win with God's cover. I need you more than ever.
Lord, I need you to cover me. I need your covering. Here I go. Lord, I need you to cover me. I need your covering more than
when I'm down and out and can't figure it out.
I need your covering.
When my friends get low, feels like hope is gone.
I need your covering.
Bills too, plus I'm trying to make my dreams come true.
Thank you for your covering.
Trying to shake bad habits, it's an uphill battle, Lord.
I need your covering.
Fresh out on parole, trying to get a job, Lord.
I need you to cover me.
Trying to overcome my past, but the journey getting hard.